Hi guys, it's Talion back with I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I guess let's get back into things. Last time got pretty crazy. We we got to transcend time and space. Oh yeah, I totally forgot we're like grown up now. Look at us. We look so different. It's so weird. I mean, Solana looks pretty similar, but like Tangent looks totally different. I like how she just kind of completely changes her look with every transition. I guess it makes sense. Um so yeah, I expect today's stream to be more kind of chill, but you never know what this game's gonna drop on us. I know we do have like the Vertumnalia festival coming up, and stuff is probably gonna happen then. And by stuff, I expect it to be a lot more propaganda. Everyone's kind of absorbed their occupation into their fashion. Yeah, they're like becoming individuals, I guess. Not that they weren't individualistic before, but they're like, you know, differentiating themselves more, I suppose. Alright, anyway, I think the first thing we need to do is just go around and talk to everyone. Let's see if we remember the Vertimillion stress boost this year, or if we forget it again. I was definitely going to think about it, but, you know, we still have a few months to forget, so we'll see. It's the onset of adulting, yeah, exactly. You spot Tang sitting on a large boulder outside the lab. He's eating a pressed soy bar ration with determination, alternating bites with huge gulps of water to wash it down as quickly as possible. What are you doing out here? Stops her grim work long enough to acknowledge your question. I hit the limit on the number of consecutive hours that'll allow me to work in the lab, she says. So I'm taking a break, she says, making mocking air quotes around the sentence. How dare they? That's what I said, Pang replies. They just think they can boss me around because I'm younger. She scoffs. I'm smarter than any two of them combined. Tang groans and rubs her bloodshot eyes. I just want to work, you know. It's so frustrating to be deep in the zone and feeling like I'm just on the precipice of a discovery, and then someone tells me that apparently my genius is taking too long. I want them to treat me like I belong there, the way Dr. Instance does, Tang mutters. She actually respects me. They're just jealous that she likes me more. Only two? Wow, Tang has gotten so humble. Yeah, I know. Tang slides off the boulder, and you see the color bleed from her face as she stumbles into you, nearly crumpling to the ground. Oh, she grits out, leaning over while the dizziness passes. I thought the nutritional uptake of that bar would be quicker than a real meal, especially after taking into account the time required to walk to the cafeteria. She trails off, realizing she's clutching your jacket, and pushes you away. Are you, like, actually okay? My apologies, she says, brushing herself off. I am, regrettably it seems, only human. Tang scrubs her hand over her face. Sometimes it feels like I'm a prisoner in my own body. Like I can feel myself trapped in it. Stinking, sweating bag of meat and bad impulses, stuck with the burden of keeping it alive every day for the rest of my life, and... Her voice breaks. I really don't think she wants us to draw attention to it. Furthering the same intensity, different directions of it all? Absolutely. Yeah. Tang takes a few seconds to compose herself, blotting her eyes daintily with her knuckles. It's just this resentment for my physical form. It reminds me when I was little, and Instance used the gene tech to give me this body. The right body. Only this body's wrong too, she adds quietly. It's right in a lot of ways, but it's still imperfect. It's still human. They both want to be aliens so bad. I mean, I know in in Tang's case, she doesn't literally want to be an alien. She just doesn't want to deal with physical problems. This has a constant level of alarming mental state, which presumably is not helped by his augment and being literally named depression, but he seems to have his physical health on lock. Meanwhile, Tang's mindset is concerning, but she doesn't necessarily show the same depressive mindset Dis does, yeah. And she's very much neglecting her physical health. They're just both concerning. Very concerning in many ways. But you know what? Okay, yeah, so she doesn't want to be an alien. She wants to be an AI. That makes a lot of sense. Her physical well-being is so not a concern to her. She's going to get hospitalized. Yeah. Yeah, and I think it is just because she... I wonder, like, which came first, the chicken or the egg, you know? Like, does she hate her physical form because it has these physical needs? Or is she, like, having more problems because she hates her physical form? I think it's just kind of both. It's just a cycle that, like, she hates having to take care of her physical needs, and therefore she neglects them, and therefore they get worse. Oh, Tangent, what are you doing? I want to become an alien and I want to become a robot. The being human kind of sucks siblings. Yeah, seriously. They're so fun. Oh boy. Jeez. Tying into the opposite augments, Dis got an augment which was supposed to bolster his mental resilience, and Tang's augment was supposed to make it easier for her to manage physical needs. Yeah. Yeah. And I think they just kind of fucked it up. It is interesting to think about, like, the way, you know, Dis's augment is supposed to, like you said, help with his mental, like, mental health, I guess, but it kind of ended up doing the opposite because, like, it made him kind of disconnected from his peers and unable to relate to them, and that definitely helped, you know, with his whole shtick. I think the colony is bad at making augments, gang. Yeah, I guess so. And then Tangents just kind of encourages her even more to neglect herself physically. Because she's like, well, I don't need to sleep. I'm better than everyone. Like, I don't have the same physical limitations as everyone else, except, yes, you do. At least ours is pretty good. Never mind the fact that it made us do exploring a lot more, which has led to such events as the hole, which canonically speaking, we actually didn't fully recover from. Yeah, that is true. Although I will say, I don't think the augment made us do more exploring. If anything, maybe I would have done exploring more if it actually gave me benefits of raising my perception more. Solana is ironically the one augment success rate with no drawbacks whatsoever, yeah. Success case. Yeah. We got a pretty good deal, not gonna lie. But I do wonder about the other options. I actually don't even remember what the other augment options were at the beginning of the game, but we'll try them out later. Alright, back to Tangent. If I were an AI, everything would be more simple. I could just do my work. I could just do what I'm good at. No messy biological functions, no emotions, just clear and beautiful purpose. I hate this. Ting sniffles. I hate feeling like this. No. I feel like I should say this, but also Tang just generally hates people showing her sympathy. I feel like in this case, when she's like this distraught over something, maybe she would actually appreciate someone showing her kindness about it. Like, come on, I'm just trying to help. Tangent manages a watery smile as she wipes her eyes. Thanks, she says. I apologize for being all wet on you. It won't happen again. Poor girl. She wipes her eyes and straightens her jacket, and takes a deep breath and holds it for 10 seconds, her eyes closed. By the time she opens them again, she looks ready to go back to work as if nothing has happened. You admire Tangent's determination, but sometimes you think it might come at a price. We got more on Tangent. What do we got? Tangent Focus 2 is such a wacky card. +6 if this has the highest value, except it's a 2. That would be interesting. Interesting indeed. No silly, never. No humorous either. She's not allowed to be funny. It's interesting that she's right in the center between rebellion and loyalty. Actually, I kind of wonder if these can change. If these are just kind of their static-based stats, or if... I mean, option A, they just change naturally as the game goes by, or option B, if the player's decision can actually change them. That would be really interesting. Midway on Rebellion, possibly recruitable. Yeah, maybe? Cal's more towards loyalty, but he's also not fully... It's funny to me how wacky these stats are sometimes. Yeah, they're a little bit funny. just 0 loyalty. 0! His are just all at absolute extremes, which are really funny. I think you need to be at, like, at least 50 or something to get that, right? Or even 60. Alright, anyway. That's interesting stuff. Knows what he wants, yeah. Alright. We'll just have a regular talk with you. Okay. And of course, I've totally forgotten what our plans were. I think we were just going to work on more social stats again. For one time, and then rest. And then... Vertiminelli's mid-dust. The thing with the stress heal is I don't remember if it comes before or after you get to do stuff for the month. I think it's before. I think you do early, and then it goes straight into the festival, and then you get to do that month, if I'm remembering correctly. I think it activates before, yeah. So we have 2... I guess... So we're definitely gonna have to rest next time. We could... explore, and then we get some stuff back, and then we'll be at 50%, so we can keep doing stat raising stuff, and do, like, I don't know, maybe but if we want to get another explore in, we would have to rest, explore, rest before glow, and that would only give us 2. I mean, I don't need to, like, 100% optimize every bit of energy I have. It's not that huge of a deal. But... yeah, so it happens between early and mid-dust, yeah. So we definitely have to rest next time. We could not go exploring early dust, but then this, then Vertiminalia would just get us back to full. That honestly might be the way to go. And then we explore after that. And then we'd have to rest after exploring, and then we'd have 2 more months to just do stuff. And I'm not sure whether we want to explore again during next glow or if we want to do lookout duty. I don't know how much we really need lookout duty at this point, given how much they've seemingly got this on lockdown now, for better or worse. Poor Cal. That's some fucked up stuff. You just keep on digging, huh? Whoops. Wrong way. Uh-huh. Is their birthday this month? I don't think so, no. I think, Rex was early pollen. And I think he's the only pollen birthday. I think everyone else is through the back half of the year. Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just Rex. Nemi is smiling at her hollow palm and waves away a hollow message as you approach. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone as much as I talked to Vace. I feel like I can talk to him about anything, you know? They're officially dating. Oh, was it actually like on their... Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I should have looked at it. It's in the stats. No. And she's really on loyalty. And it's interesting to see her lean so serious. This, I do think, is dependent on stuff happening. Because I feel like if we managed to save Calm, she would not have gone this far. This is truly the worst timeline. Because she used to be pretty goofy, but she's just gotten more and more serious as she's gotten more into this whole, like, her role as a soldier and whatnot. But if you just... Solana asked if we were happy with how we lived our life. Yeah, well, maybe we've made some mistakes. We can probably start giving gifts outside of birthdays at this point, honestly, except for the gifts we don't have many of. We should have stopped anemone/Vace. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Does anybody else have anything interesting to see? Oops, I already clicked on it. Dating anemone. You know what? What if we tried giving him? We've tried giving him flowers. We tried giving him something else too. Should we try the crystals? I think we tried logs. Let's try. We don't have a lot of eggs though. Let's try crystal, I guess. We do have a lot of those. Oh, wait. Wait, why was I looking at Vace? I'm stupid. We're talking to Anemone. She dislikes crystal clusters, but they're shiny. Huh, look at this hunk of whatever, Nemi says, hefting the crystal with one hand. It's not really my thing. We should give these to Mars. And I guess that would have also told us that Mars likes them, but we already know that. I feel confident Jace would not like egg except for the protein. You know what? Maybe he would like it, though. Should we try giving him egg? I feel like he wouldn't like any of this stuff. He would like you know, weapons or training equipment or something. I don't think he would care about any of our doodads. He gives you a curt nod and tosses your gift on a nearby table. Thanks. Well, he didn't really especially appreciate that. I was trying to extend a little bit of an olive branch, but, did not work. Checkmate aliens is so silly. An olivaceous branch, one might say. Yep. Alright, I guess let's get back to working on our social skills? Alright, I think someone mentioned last time that we could get... Oh, Kitty is here. So we could get the engineering and creativity up. So that could potentially... I think that would boost us to both of our perks here. Actually, why is his name Olivaceous? Has the symbolism of that changed in the space future? I don't know. Alright, let's do some of this. We'll also probably get to chat with congruence, and people seem to like that, so... Tang flags you down in the hallway. Oh, Solana, do you have a moment? You go out on expeditions sometimes, right? She asks. At least, far more than I do, or would ever wish to. So, would you mind doing me a favor? Hell yeah. Olivaceous literally just means green, like it's specifically the color. Boy named Green. Yeah, it's like olive color. He doesn't even wear green. I know, he's like all in red. Why is he green? It's a small thing, really, and I'm to understand it's not terribly dangerous either. Tang replies. I simply need you to bring me some hawkeye eggs the next time you come across a nest out there. I would ask Disc, but, well... She makes an evocative, dismissive gesture. I do want to know why. For science, obviously, Tang replies. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Just bring me some eggs, or you can tell the chief engineer why you're holding me back. Dang. Okay, well, we can calm down. I will keep an eye out, though. That's all I ask, Tang replies, primly. They're quite common, if the reports from the foragers are to be believed. They tell me that they commonly find nests in the Valley of Vertigo. It's positively lousy with them. Okay. Alright, what have we got? +5 to mental flush as well. Good thing we have lots and lots of blue cards. And we even have this, which is pretty damn awesome. That's going to be quite a lot. So I guess that's going to be a 5. We can get a 4 in here. Oh, I guess we can have a 5 instead. Okay, perfect. We could do an exploration of Valley Early Dusk then to complete this task. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Cards in the depot, okay. And we're not quite there on engineering. Oh my gosh. My computer's running out of battery. I forgot to plug it in. Whoops. My bad. Alright. We're okay, though. Alright. Let's just go talk to people. Let's check out the new stuff in the depot. I guess we can just give people stuff. She liked the medicinal roots, right? And actually, she liked something else, too. Did she like the flowers? she likes yellow flowers. We have tons of yellow flowers. I am wondering if I should just do another something or other. And then... So we don't want to rest next time, because then we'll totally waste everything. So yeah, we definitely want to rest this time. You look over Nomi's shoulder and see that they're drawing a whole page dedicated to native autumnal plants. They look up at you and rub their cheek with the end of their pencil. I know we're supposed to believe in Governor Lum, they confess. But, what if we accidentally hurt the planet? What if some of the super cool plants and animals die? They look down at their page. I just think it'd be really sad if that happened. It sure would. Whatever. Alright, where should we go rest? I think we can just keep going to the lounge. Like, our options seem to be Dis, Rex, or hanging out with your pets. And I don't especially need Dis or pets right now. 95. We're gonna max them out by the end of this year. Let's go relax. You enter the lounge several times this month to find Rex and Cal practically fused to some of the beanbag chairs. They're glassy-eyed and giggling, surrounded by snacks. Weirdos. What are they doing? Why does that make it sound like they're getting high or something? Well, I would like to get rid of twos, but this is a gem wild card, so I think I'll keep it. And by it, let's just say weed. Yeah, that's definitely what it sounds like. Okay. So, yeah, I think you're right that we can just do probably a smaller exploration to go get Popeye eggs for Tangent, and maybe just go around a little bit. I don't know if we even need to spend all of our stress points on it. I think they literally are. Yeah, I think that is what they're doing. Meow. Okay, let's do some hugs. Wait, come on. Thought I got that. I think we got everyone over there. Rex is kneeling with his hand flat on the ground. Sometimes I swear I can hear the planet talking, he says. Everyone always told me it was weird. Maybe they were right. Did we give the dog his summer building log? No, we did not. And also, we have a birthday this month. Whose birthday is it? I want to say Cal? No, Cal is late dust. Nemi? Nemi is early dust. Gotcha. Okay, we can give a dog a log, and then go give Nemi a present. Oh. You're looking for Rex by the construction site, but Rex finds you first. Tackle hug! You turn to the source of the yell. Rex is barreling towards you, arms outstretched. You have about 2 seconds to decide how to react. I guess we can hug. Stand your ground and throw your arms wide. Rex almost knocks you off your feet with the force of his hug, but his strong arms don't let you fall. He smells so good, like sweat and dust and sunshine. I'm always happy to see you, Solana, Rex says, squeezing you tightly. You think you're starting to understand this strange Helio boy and his love of hugs. So, Rex asks, crossing his arms, were you looking for me? What'd you need? Rex's hug, too. +4 if stress over 50. Ooh. Dang. So what did we get about Rex? Dog boy! That's really silly. Dog boy. I don't know. I feel like he's more dog. My favorite stat in the game, dog boy stat. It's very good. Oh boy. Wait, what? Did we know his full name? What the heck is that? That sure is a name. His name is Kissing. It would, wouldn't it? Much more loyalty than I'd have expected. Yeah, he's pretty neutral, more on the loyal side. I guess he is a dog. It comes with the territory. I have Kitty also. Kitty, are you dog or boy? Neither. Basorexia means wanting to kiss someone real bad. Oh boy. Well, his parents sure knew what they were doing, I guess. Alright. Let's do something fun. Rex tilts his head to the side. Like what? You want to skip work and hang out? I'm not trying to romance Rex, okay? That seems really pointed as a name for an infant. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Why are the Space Puritans like this? Rex looks torn. Aw, man, he groans. Normally, yes, for sure, but I'm actually super stoked to work on the build today. He jerks his thumb toward the construction project behind him. If you want, you can come and see what we're working on. Well, too bad. Rex takes you on a tour of the construction site. He's great company, and basking in his excitement is a pleasant way to spend an afternoon. When you wave goodbye to him so he can get back to work, you feel a little lighter. Okay, well. Right, Nemi, yeah? Nemi. She wants egg. And does not want crystal. I wonder if she likes other stuff, though. I feel like for her birthday, at least we'll get her favorite thing. Okay. Now I think we can go out. So we do have this. And I do want to check it out at some point, probably. But for now, we want to go to the valley, right? Yes, the valley. He wasn't even named by the Stratospheric. Someone on Hypermilitarism the ship said he shall be a dog and he shall be named Wants to Kiss. Oh boy, yeah. Who are you? You come across not just one Vriki, but a whole swarm of them. Mostly just baby ones, about the size of your head. They're all amassed around a massive tree, scurrying up and down the trunk. When you can see the tree itself under the swarm, you notice it's the same pale pink as the baby Vriki. Its tentacle roots meander a fairly large distance before plunging into the ground. When the Vriki see you approach, they get agitated. And they look hungry. Definitely hungry. Like dozens of hungry, grapefruit-sized, furry pink spiders. The stuff of nightmares. Your pet Riki Tiki doesn't seem scared at all. We know that ship went through some kind of mutiny, so like pacifist faction that is no longer around? Possible. Alright. Let us dive into the swarm of fluff. You walk up to the tree and put your hand on it. The baby Vriki swarm around the tree trunk, very upset with you. But they calm down when they see you aren't doing anything. There's an unmistakable thrum of life under your hand. Not just from the proximity of the baby Vriki, but from the tree itself. It's warm and leathery, and you can feel something like a pulse. It's alive? It seems as if this tree is itself a Vriki, just in a different phase of its life cycle. Does that mean the little clusters of fruit in its branches are Vriki eggs? Or maybe cocoons? There's so much you don't know, but you do know that this nursery tree is a special place. There's nothing to forage here, though. These ravenous youngsters have stripped everything edible from a wide radius. You move on. Alright. We got to hang out with the babies. Oh. I see a friend, and he has something to say to us. I do wonder if the, Oh! Our old nemesis. I was gonna say I do wonder if the hop eyes are gonna be visible, or if we have to just click on random stuff until we find it. You find a trippet. A large, tasty plant? This one's huge. It's practically taller than you are. Oh god, do we do it? I mean, we're not starving right now, so... I don't know. Let's leave it alone, I think. We may have a nemesis, but we also aren't Heliobus. I know, we have standards. Yeah, I think we did this at some time and got the same thing. Probably because these things can move. Sim is like right there. She's gonna be like, what the heck are you doing? For once, you see Sim before he sees you. He's crouched just off the path, staring at a flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. So perfectly motionless, you'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he accessing some kind of mental interface? He's like interfacing with the plant. I know realistically he doesn't see the event, but it feels wrong. I know, right? Huh, his friendship has gone up. The heck? What is up with you? Why are you weird? Likes yellow flowers, dislikes nothing. We're at 40 friendship. He's too mysterious. Hang on, I need some water. Eventually, you clear your throat. Then carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment, you're not sure if he recognizes you. Then he tosses his head and a grin leaps to his face. Solana, you caught me checking in with the boss. I mean, I want to say this, but I hope Solana doesn't, like, mean it seriously. I'm just joking around, game, okay? I'm not actually stupid. Sim smiles. Oh, no, of course not. That flower is my great aunt. You look at the flower. It's part of a dense vine that fills much of this end of the valley. You're not sure whether he's joking this time. I mean, I think the game caught on that I was joking, and he just played along. My boss. As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. You're also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia? His friendship works a little differently. Yeah, I think it just, you know, follows plot events. I assume because he takes a full month to meet it at all, so having it work normally wouldn't be fair. Understandable. I do wonder if it's just, like, fixed progression, or if it's dependent on what kind of choices you make. Like, if you side with the Helios or something, is it not going to go up? I don't know. But on the other hand, if you're doing a playthrough where you're more, you know, on the side of, what's the word? Oh, Kitty is also back. Yeah, where you're, like, not, you know, as interested in necessarily exploring the planet, you're just not even going to unlock Sim, are you? Like, is that possible, to just go through the entire game and not meet him? I'm sure it is. I feel like it took quite a bit to discover him. It is interesting. I feel like there's just so many ways that this game can go. So many different paths you can take. Like, it kind of feels wild to go through a playthrough and not interact with Sim, but on the other hand, it seems like it would be very easy to do that. Alright. He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. I can take care of myself. Sim replies. His eyebrow arches eloquently. I'm not sure you realize just how many times I've had to help you with that. That does raise some questions. Because we've seen him helping, like, on a couple of occasions. But I'm sure there have been more where we have not noticed. How much does Sim know about the etymology of Utopia? I know, that definitely did strike me. Like, how much do you know about our words? If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble. So, shh, he murmurs, and puts his finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to him? Considering how much cultural info we gave him, he might know quite a lot. Yeah, that's true. The works of Thomas More survived the space future. I mean, honestly, I think even if the specific works were lost, the word would definitely continue to exist. But yeah, that is a question of how much specifics does he actually know about it. Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the girl of my dreams, literally, he replies. I can't seem to stay away from you. Is it because of whatever the heck we did last time, where we got, like, entangled with all of reality? And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss. They have everything on Vertumna just the way they like it, and they don't want the teeniest thing to change. He sighs. It's boring. Yeah, that does seem to be his main principle. I mean, Dis mentioned that Sim is like very, very old. So he's been around here for a long time and seen things be the way they are, and he's just curious about new stuff that has suddenly come in and started to change things. Specifically, the thing I'm wondering about is utopia is used to mean like a perfect place. The original intention of the word was like a fake place. That is really interesting, and that is definitely a big distinction. Utopia can only exist in imagination, which could be quite a double meaning if it was intended. That is a really interesting point, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. See that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the freaky. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. Huh. Well, we just saw that tree. And yeah, I guess he thinks that everyone else is the same, that they just plant their roots and stay there and don't have the chance to keep exploring and finding something new. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree. Set in your ways. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. So that definitely does, you know, lend credence to our whole theory that he just shapeshifted into this humanoid form to communicate with us. How long have you been 17? Yep. I feel like these are both at the same time not really surprises and also things that I'm curious to hear him answer. I think I'm more curious about the shape-shifting. Don't you think my looking human is a bit of a coincidence? He replies, and motions to his body with a sensual flick of his wrist. It is a rather handsome body, though, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. I mean, yeah, he is attractive. But we're not looking to flirt with him, I don't think. Do we want in on the polycule? Yeah, I don't know about that. You have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must away. I must away. That is the question. If we want in on the polycule? Is that the question? And with that, he's gone. Off to protect the wild, or rescue damsels, or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. I mean, it does seem like something or someone can talk to him through the flower. Yes, it is. What is your deal, mystery man? Do we want to give him stuff? He doesn't seem to take our gifts. Do you like logs? Learned that he likes mustard with logs. I bet he just likes everything. He likes everything and dislikes nothing. I'm betting right now. I guess we might as well take the free healing. Yep. I didn't mean to go into that, but whatever. You decided to take a shortcut through the jungle to a path you were sure was just up ahead. And now you're lost. Everything looks the same here. Plants are too high to see any landmarks, and you swear some of them move around when you aren't looking. You try to check your positioning with your hollow palm, but the damn thing isn't working. And it won't connect to long-range communications either. Typical. Utopia did warn you the comms were flaky out here. You think you can tell north from the position of the two suns, but that's it. Orient your way out of here. That's what our perception is for. You climb a tree and chart a path through the wilderness from above. With that information in your holopalm, navigating to the nearest landmark is a breeze. Okay, I guess that was it. Ah, well, there's more of these guys. Why do we keep finding more of these guys? The path is blocked by a massive 8-legged xenofauna. Something between a spider, a squid, and a bear. I feel like we've seen this one. It's in a rage, grunting furiously and bashing itself against trees and rocks at random. You duck and hide as it glares in your direction, its breath heaving and dozens of eyes gleaming with madness. It's the same soft pink and purple you recognize from the multi-legged Riki that live in this area, but so much larger. Yeah, okay, so we've seen this before, and we know that it's an adult Riki. Sing to it. I guess let's try that. I don't think we've tried that before. We probably didn't have the empathy. Alright, bonus to red cards, bonus to straights. Playing this in the first round is always really fun. We don't really have anything to combo with it, though. We have a bunch of gems already. I think that'll do. Oh my god, that's a lot of gems. That is so many gems. We could get a bunch of 4s going, but that does eat up some of our gems. I guess we can just take this. Why not? Alright, what do we have by way of gem combos? Sure. Why not? This is a strange approach, but you've seen it work in vids. Sometimes music can soothe the savage beast. You sing a lullaby, and the great beast looks at you with curiosity. Eventually, its eyes drift closed, and it settles down, tucking its many legs underneath it. They must have been very tired to begin with, like a toddler who skipped their nap. Kill it! We're not killing it. Can you imagine? You leave the creature and move on. Aha! I think this is the egg we need. You come out of the trees into a large grassy clearing. In the middle is, well, you can only describe it as a pedestal. In the middle of the cradle of flowers sits a massive egg, easily larger than any egg you've seen before. It's white with red flecks, and it's just sitting here, in the middle of the empty clearing, totally unprotected. I don't think this is the right egg. Aligning with Vace as option, yeah. I don't think this is the right egg. I think we've seen this event before, and I think it was during, like, the famine when we needed to take it. I feel like at this point we should not take this egg. What happened last time when we got this? I don't even remember. I feel like there were consequences to taking the egg. Hot buy are quite small, so I don't imagine it is. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like way too big to be a hot buy egg. Okay, we got float cows. Try to milk one. Yeah, I think last time we captured one. Try to kill one. No, we're not killing the creatures. It's a manticore egg, basically, and when it grabs it, you grab it, it gets you, yeah. Let's maybe try to milk one this time? You approach a gravid float cow, clucking softly to it. Its big bug eyes peer at you curiously as you hunker down by its udders and relieve it of... Wow, almost 10 liters of float cow milk. The float cow seems relieved to be milked. It's so light after you finish that it leaps into the air, and the rest of the herd follows. They drift off over the treetops like lost balloons. They're just such a funny mental image of these, like, I don't even know. They don't look like cows. They look more like sheep or something. These big sheep creatures just, like, floating around. They're so silly. How are we on stress? We're pretty good on stress. Ha, there we go. I think this is what we needed. You spot a hawkeye nest, just like Tangent asked you to find. There are 9 eggs inside, all packaged up in what looks like a delicate spun glass cocoon. You don't see the parents. I feel so bad doing this, but I promised, and it's for science. I do feel really bad about it. You break a little hole in the cocoon and put 3 of the eggs in your bag. They're a little gooey. You hope they don't break. You turn to leave and come face to face with an adult hawkeye. Understandably, it looks spittin' mad. It drums its powerful foot on the ground in warning, and 4 more pop out of the undergrowth and start hissing at you. You should have known these sociable little creatures raise their young communally. Throw the eggs away and run, no. Animal psychology, I guess. You've learned from the Holopedia that the 2 different sets of eyes on a hawkeye have different purposes. The large bulging eyes on top are hardwired for perceiving danger, but their small forward-facing ones are more concerned with finding food. If you're not food and you're not danger, you throw yourself onto your belly and wriggle away while the hawkeyes stare at you curiously. When you're a safe distance away, they return to poking at their violated nest in confusion. Well, I guess that works. Oh, hi. The paths are narrow and in constant need of repair. There's a team working here, trying to repair where one of the jelly arches has collapsed and covered the path in 30 centimeters of sticky goop. Utopia waves you over. Hey, Solana, can you give us a hand? We can't get vehicles through here until this is cleared, and it's gonna take all day. You might have a better plan. Easy biology, okay. +1 to mental, blue cards, okay. Well, we could get a bunch of 5s, but this shit is not gonna let me do that. We could have a 3-4-5 combo. We could turn this into an... Well, no, stress needs to be over 50. I think I have a better plan using biology. It's just about the nerdiest thing that has ever come out of our Solana's mouth. It sure is. Oh wait, we could get 5 like this. There we go. We have some 4s. And more gems. We don't have anything to take advantage of them. I don't really want to use our gems in case we get something in the next round. God, this card is so shit. I mean, I guess we could just use it as a 2. If you get a pair of 2s like that. If we want to. We could get a pair of 4s out of this, but then we're not getting any color combos. could do that. I don't know, we could just... This is kind of crap. Okay, so we have something. 6. We have that. Total equals goal. We do ideally want that, though. Oh, we're so close. So close. Oh, that's fun, but it would be way too high. Ugh, 28. Are you serious? Ah! It's not working. Oh, we did it. I think we did it. There we go. Oh yeah, you've seen this stuff desiccate in low humidity, like in dust. You throw powdered desiccant over it and let physics do its work. It's easier to plow through a bunch of plumped up granules of desiccant gel than it is to shovel all the slimy muck. You save a few hours. Hell yeah. Alright, so how are we on stress? I think, yeah, we don't necessarily need to... Whoop! I did not mean to click on that, but sure, I was gonna do it anyway. You've come across a terrible scene. The manticore has cornered a little hopeye and is playing with it, batting it around and catching it over and over. The hopeye is screeching in terror. It's a horrible thing to watch. Save the critter! We already have a hopeye, but we can have another one, right? Let's do bonus to pairs. Gonna have this and then something else. That works well, I think. We have some 5s. We have lots of 5s. Oh, but that... Ah, because it becomes red. Ha. Cheating. And then... Let's see. We turn that into a 6, but we want a 5. -2 is so funny. That is quite good, though. I guess let's do that. So many gems, but nothing to do with them. Whatever, let's just... Oh, this could be interesting. Turn that into a 10. Or we can move these around to make just a 4 combo. That's actually less, though. Because the +6 is insane. I do wonder if just having higher numbers would still help, though. Yeah. At this point, I'm just trying to see how high I can get it. 44 is pretty crazy. Alright, I think that's good enough. You quietly climb up into a tree first. Manticores can't climb trees. You're pretty sure you remember hearing that. They'll try to scare the attacker away by hooting and throwing rocks. You put on your scary face and try to frighten it away. The manticore is so annoyed by your throwing rocks and making a ruckus that it turns its attention to you. It roars in anger. Shivers of fear run up your spine. That's definitely a better scary face than yours. The Hopeye, who had been playing dead, suddenly leaps to its feet and bounds off into the jungle. The manticore is now very angry with you. It rears up and digs its claws into your tree. You hold on for dear life as the tree shakes. It roars and rustles its mane at you, pacing back and forth under the tree. Then it sniffs around where the Hopeye had been, grunts one last time in frustration, and wanders off into the jungle. You stay in that tree for another full hour before you dare to come down. Scary, but you saved that little Hopeye's life. Alright, we do some exploring. We've got some more stuff to grab. Oops, no. Come on. Yeah, I think we're pretty much done with what we needed here. I think I might wander around a little bit more just to see... the heck? What the heck is that? No. That's some, like, weird... Clicks are not registering the way I want them to. We'll just walk around and see if there's anything interesting. And if not, we'll just go back. It's been so long since I've last explored this area, I don't remember its layout anymore. So we might get a little bit lost, but it's okay. I think we've just looped around. I think we might be done. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna get our stress back, and then next time I guess we can go exploring again. Maybe even go on the hunting thing or whatever? Or is that exploring? I don't even actually know. I assumed it would be another exploration, but we'll see. Yeah, and then we can rest, and then I don't know. But let's not plan out the entire year. we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay, let's go. How are we on biology? 79. This year's Verminalia is ushered in with a big military band. Horns and drums, supplemented by recordings of parade music from Earth. Governor Lum strides out of command on a grand red carpet and ascends the stage to raucous applause. Oh, God. Thank you, everyone! He calls out over the din. Look at you! Look at this colony! Finally, truly united. You keep telling yourself that, man. All it took was a common enemy, he declares. I look at you beautiful people, you strong people, you good human people, And I see fire in your eyes. I see courage in your hearts. I see a colony that's ready to win. I see a colony that's here to stay, Vertumna. Do you hear me? Insert that circus music that was originally a military march, but is now synonymous with clowns. Yes, exactly. He raises his arms and roars. Do you hear me, Vertumna? Disconnected. We good? Okay, I think we good. Vertumna won't be safe for human life until the aliens are eradicated. Rhett crosses his arms and nods in his agreement. Maybe there's more to this plan than Lum is letting on. Lum descends from the stage and does a receiving line of handshakes and fist bumps. In the vacuum left by his presence, Chief Administrator Seek takes the podium and clears their throat. I want to announce that this will be the last year that festival contests will be held. The stream said enough of this dude, yep. What? A sound of protest rises from the crowd, and near the front, Lum just shrugs theatrically and mouths, "Not my fault." Seek looks down at him pointedly, then continues. This war will use our colony resources at a tremendous rate, including the most valuable, time. Have you never heard of bread and circuses? Have you never heard of bread and circuses, Lum? Yeah. Yeah. Lum takes the stage again and soothes the crowd. I do have some good news, he declares. Starting today, the colony is going to be granting requests from people who want to have children. Wait, what does that mean? Like, what? Grant requests for what? Like, requests to have children? Were they not allowed to have children before? Or is that, like, people who want to have children can request some sort of resources? It was just controlled before, but, like, starting to grant requests means that it was just forbidden before to anyone. I guess that's what he's implying, yeah. A happy murmur burbles through the crowd. Yes, that's right. It's time to start on the next generation of Vertumnans and secure a future for our children. I think the implication was just straight up not allowed before on account of the limited resource situation. That does make some sense. Like, to me, obviously it sounds pretty fucked up to just forbid people from having children, but if you think about it that way, like, yeah, they really didn't have the resources to care for children. It kind of makes sense in a time of famine, but y'all are not beating the eugenics allegations, Colony. Yeah, for sure. Like, it's not just that they're allowing people to have children now, it's that they're taking requests. Like, they can still control who has children and who doesn't. That is fucked, man. Alright. Lum pumps his fist in the air. Humans! 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 Yeah, about this war on nature. I think it's stupid, Cal says immediately. I know survival is important, but we don't have to kill things to survive here. Oh, I do wonder what Mars has to say about this. Mars rolls her eyes. Of course you'd think that, she mutters. Personally, I think Lum is a total nullhead. He's not that much older than me. What is he, like 24? And everyone listens to him? Is he really that young? Because they joined us when we were like 14, right? So that was, or no, more like 15, I think. Wait, no, it must have been, has it really only been 2 years? It feels like it's been ages already, jeez. Yeah, maybe it has been. She flips her hair over her shoulder. They should listen to me instead. 15, yeah. Finally, you're all called to participate in the games. The last ones, maybe forever. Listen, Mars, we'd support that if you were down with more peaceable interactions with the planet. Yeah. If this war on nature ever ends, you'll probably be an adult. As your friends all separate into their usual games, you realize that this may be the last time that you just get to be kids. What do you choose? I guess let's do the bake-off again. You join Cal in the kitchens. I tried to come up with a better pun than bake-on, but I couldn't. Besides, it's too good. This year's theme is pie. You'll be responsible for forming a delicious flaky crust and a delectable filling. No soggy bottoms. Cal sits up straighter. Wait, I've got it, he cries. Let's see who has what it bakes. Oh, you cutie. Alright, card becomes 4. That could be pretty fun. And 1 + 1 to mental cards. Okay. Well, we have lots of 4s. Ah, oh, these are... No, I don't want to do the gem cards, though. Not yet. We can have these. Wait. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, shit. What do we sacrifice? I don't want to turn one of these into a 4. But we're gonna have to break our gem combo. I guess let's do the one that's not mental, just so we save more of our blue cards. That neighbors to this value. That could be quite strong. That would turn into a 7. Jeez, I don't know. So we have this as far as gem combos go. We can have a 6. 6, 7, but that doesn't... Oh, sorry. I think I might have set off the meme trauma again. Apologies. I was not doing it on purpose, I promise. Yeah, this one becomes a 4. That 4 spot is pretty annoying. And this does not over... Oh, it does override the 4. Okay, that's potentially decent. We don't have another 3 to go with it, though. Your kid, I was saved from hearing it. I have a coughing attack. Lucky. Well, that's good. Sounds like you're still still battling the sickness. What do we do? Our stress is over 50, right? Ooh, oh my god, this is gonna be so powerful. Is it not? Why is it not doing the thing? Stress is over 50. Oh, I'm so stupid. It's already added. It doesn't get added when it goes in the thing. Well, it's actually kind of a shame, because if this was a 4, it would have actually been more useful to us. God damn it, Rex! I no longer have like a headache and all that, just a persistent dry cough, so I'm getting better. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better. shit. What the heck do I do with this? I don't know. This 4 thing is throwing me off. I don't like this. I guess we could just have a 4s. But this is throwing off our gem combo. I hate that. And look, we have a... But if I use this, then it's gonna turn into 6. And that doesn't work in its own way. I don't... That's actually pretty decent, honestly. That's pretty decent. Maybe we can do that. Sure, I think we'll go with that. Oh boy, look at these cards. Boy, oh boy. Freaking 4. Freaking 4! Mysterious stranger. I wonder who that is. We could do a 3-4. And then we get a 5. But we don't have any 6s or 7s. I feel like we might as well do, like, combo some of these. Just get our high cards out here. And then that's kind of useless, so... We have a 4 there. If we could have another 4 here, that would be nice, but we don't have any more 4s. We have this, but that's going to transform. I mean, 7 is also not bad here, let's be honest. That's an interesting take. I guess that works. But in this case, we might as well have a color combo as well. Probably this too. Huh. I'm actually surprised that turning that red didn't help. Well, I think that's probably the best we can get from this. Although we do have lots of items, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, what the super goal probably isn't. I actually don't even remember what super goal even gives us. It's fine. Cal's pie comes out technically perfect. Golden brown and flaky with a tart bobber fruit jelly. But the taste is kind of bland. It's just so-so. The judges remark that it could have used salt. Your pie, on the other hand, comes out looking and tasting great. You clearly have what it bakes. After the festivities, everyone is supposed to take a few days vacation. You and your friends relax, but the adults move around the colony like ants in a hive, fortifying the walls and preparing for the human offensive against the planet. Oh man, I'm nervous. What the heck is this gonna be? You can hover over those stars at the challenge end screen to see what your maximum possible result on the last hand would have been. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, it is, I want to say Vace's birthday? No, mid-wet. Nomi then? Mid-dust, yes. I'm gonna be real, I think any offensive against an entire planet is doomed to fail. Yeah, for sure. This war, Dis says, staring out into the wilderness. It doesn't make any sense. What are we really fighting anyway? Nature? So when will it be over? When the planet is empty except for humans? Dis shakes his head. Sounds awful. Yeah, you're right. Cal is hard at work in the garden, even under the burning hot sun. His shoulders are tanned a deep caramel brown, with tan lines poking out from under the straps of his tank top. Whew, he says, unscrewing his canteen and taking a deep drink. It's hard to remember to stay hydrated when you don't feel the heat. You blew up your whole secret bomb arsenal on those two faceless, and guess what? The planet has more of them! Yep. Temperature regulation? Yeah, we still don't know what his augment is. You'd think the explorer's coming back going, there's creatures out there so large they don't even realize we're a thing, would make you go, maybe not, let's not pick a fight. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we want to give anything to him because I think his birthday is coming up next. Mars is watching hollow vids, propping her head up with her hand. This bloody apple, she curses. We have got to start producing our own entertainment soon, or I'm going to literally go mad. I cannot speak, sorry. Okay, oh, I did not mean to click on that. Alright, do we want to go hunting? Have we talked to him already? Don't remember. Just takes a long pull from his canteen, rinses his mouth out, and spits. If you drink too much before you go on a run, you get sick, he says. Learned that one the hard way. You ask him what he was running from, but he just shrugs. We can do an engineering since we're close. True. We are very close on that. Let's at least apply. Let's see what this gives us. Utopia sighs when you tell her you're looking for Rhett. Well, can't stop you, sweets. Rhett's over in the garrison, though. I don't like him coming around here trying to poach my people. You head over to the garrison. Ha, it's you again, Rhett says. Going to try out for the hunting party again, are you? Vace looks up from where he's cleaning a plas rifle and scowls at you. That is interesting. That we can give them a definitive no and probably just lock ourselves out of this entire activity. Do we actually want to do it? I don't know. It's making it feel like an actual decision that actually, like, has weight. Right? Can we have this conversation somewhere without Vace? His presence literally makes me not want to say yes. Yeah. I mean, I feel like the answer to why we need to kill them is, like, twofold. Like, they've already told us why. Potentially for food, but primarily just to... Well, they would say for our safety that, you know, they're dangerous to us, therefore we need to kill them, but... I guess we can prod at them a little bit more. Vace laughs. Because they're killing... yeah, is this the exact same thing? Yeah, I think that's the same thing we said last time. You know what? Fuck it. I don't want any part in this. Nah. Vace scoffs. What did you expect from a colony kid? He mutters. Too spineless to stand up and defend their colony. Brett doesn't even flinch. Though he's Strato just like you, he barely tries to defend your choice. This planet needs all kinds, Brett reminds Vace, then turns to you. Suit yourself, Solana. I've always said the colony should take a more active role in defending itself, but I can't force you. Yet. I don't like that yet. We could say, sure, I'd love to hunt an head cannon as Solana saying it, because she wants to come along and sabotage. Look, Vace, you unsold us on this. I don't think it was just Vace. I think it was just they kept bringing it up. I feel like they're hinting at a draft. Yeah, they're gonna start forcing people to do things. And I don't like it. Alright, well, regardless, we do want to explore. Kudos doubled. We don't really need kudos. Speaking of kudos, I almost forgot. By which I mean I completely forgot. There's new stuff in the store, and I wanted to see what it was. There's a lot of different stuff. I don't even remember what of this was already here. I feel like most of this is new. 20 persuasion, that's really nice. You just straight up don't get the swab now, I guess. — 10 to all social skills. That's kind of nice. Let's do the social. I feel like my current gear is pretty good though. That's kind of awesome. Plus 30 bravery and 2 times bonus for straights. 2 times bonus for physical pairs, but this is like just yeah. So yeah, it looks like we just don't get don't get the last area. The one that might be worth changing is the +5 to challenges. You think? I mean, maybe. It's pretty good, but I do think stuff like the ×2 bonus to straights or something would probably be better, because that's pretty crazy. Still a slot left to unlock. Yeah, that's some sort of perk, but I don't know which. Oh, we're almost to a new perk on toughness too. Engineering, toughness. Yeah. I guess let's buy that. Sure. We can also maybe buy some cakes at some point. Not that. Yes, that. This one is just comes in so clutch. 3 bonus to pairs is really good. +5 bonus to straights, also really good. Oh my god, look at our bravery. The straights are getting powerful, yeah. Have we talked to people this season? I don't actually remember. It was, whose birthdays again? Nomi's birthday, and I don't think we talked to them yet. Present. Do we know what Nomi likes? Crystal clusters. Well, we have plenty of those. Alright, there you go. Um... So we're at war then, Fang says, fiddling with her microscope. I'm of mixed feelings. First of all, nature has been at war with us since the day we landed. So if it takes an official declaration in order to secure more resources for engineering, I accept it. Welcome to the good fight, administration. She pulls back from the microscope and blinks, rubbing her eyes. On the other hand, it's ridiculous to declare war on an intangible enemy. One may as well declare war on aging. Yeah, it is pretty silly. You feel the weight of a pair of eyes on you as you approach Nemi. Looking around, you see Vace staring at you with a suspicious expression. Hey, Solana, Nemi says, greeting you with a smile. What's up? Well, nothing, apparently, except your boyfriend is being weird. Have we talked to them? I feel like Dad never has anything to say these days. At least anything new. I think we've talked to this already, but... Ooh! We got our bravery like crazy high. Oh. What is our bravery at? I don't think it was actually at 80, but whatever. Let's do this while we're here. I dare you to... You gulp and bravely dare him to tell you, what's the deal between him and his sister? That is an excellent question. What about her? Dis scowls, digging the toe of his boot into the dirt. She's smart and perfect, and everyone loves her. You wait patiently. Sometimes being brave means sitting in the silence. Answer is yes, I hope so. Eventually, Dis crosses his arms and shrinks in on himself. Tang got her genome therapy. All anyone wanted to talk about was how I shouldn't be sad about losing my brother. Like they had to tell me that? Dis says, huffing indignantly. I'm her twin. I knew she was a girl, like 5 minutes after she did. She's always been my sister, he explains. Aw. She's always known who she is. But, like, that was the problem, Dis says. He picks at a loose thread of his sleeve. She's so mature, you know, and I'm not. So she treats me like her dumb little pet, more like her dumb little pet than her brother, telling me what to do and acting like she's so much smarter than me. He rubs his face. I mean, she is smarter than me. She's smarter than everyone, even the adults. But that doesn't mean she knows what's best for everyone. What sleeves? Yeah, good question. Damn, the wild situation of everyone trying to preempt transphobia that doesn't actually exist. Yeah. Dis lapses into silence. You wait a little longer to see if he wants to share any more, but Dis seems intent on just staring off into the wilderness again. Huh, well, we finally got to know what was up with that. Alright, cool. I guess we should probably do some more exploring. Though we've technically, you know, finished exploring all the areas at least once, but we need to see what else is there. Where should we go? Should we, yeah, there's some events remaining, but we don't really care about that necessarily. What I choose to take from this was that I was right in episode 1. The feud was math all along. I think we should probably go out and survey the ridge again, just because there's always weird shit out there. Chat with Sim. We haven't visited him in the plains. I think if we want to try doing that. That's a good point. Yeah, he might have different dialogue in different areas. We haven't been to the plains in ages. Let's do some exploring. Okay, we can check out some creatures while we're here. We spot some familiar-looking fruit. Hey, you've seen this bush before. It's no rock underneath. It's all part of one creature. An arborescent photosynth. A bushbub. It pays you no attention, continuing to blend in with the rest of its surroundings like a boulder. I guess we can grab some fruit. You're not letting it get away with being delicious. Okay, it doesn't like that. You grab some of the fruit as the bushbub tries to rises up and roars with anger. Yep, you knew it wouldn't be happy. Calm it down. We can do some crazy shit. Or, actually... Oops. But we can't, like, get a proper straight going with that. So maybe we should actually save that until we can get an 8 out of here. Some 6s. I guess that works. Alright. We do have a free collectible use, so we can try messing around with that too. We can do some fun stuff with gems. We have some more 9s. We want to try to get an 8 to get that straight going. So we could get a 4-5. Oh, wait. That's fun. Well. Did we get... We got an 8! Oops. Can we get a 7? I don't think we can. Oh well. There we go. 61! 61. So I guess you were talking about this with the 61 out of best score 70, last round only. Okay. You soothe the bushbub and it seems to nod in your direction, indicating you can have some of its fruit if you want. Just take a little. You scramble up and pluck a few fruits from its back. It lumbers off into the forest. Literally the most basic straight of 3 in a row gives us plus 11. Insane. Yep. Our straights are very powerful. Well, we just saw one of you. We can go hang out with the second one. Why not? Why does that get us loyalty stat? Probably just for, like, following the rules. Okay, I think we've seen this before. Honestly, I probably should have just skipped that. Whatever. Plus 2. Sure. We've got some 8s. I think it's a holdover from the famine event, but we no longer get the food part. Yeah, that makes sense. We've got lots of 8s. That can become a 6. Wait, how does this work? Well, maybe that's a bad card to test it with. Okay, so that overrides the plus 2. Okay. If the stat is loyalty to the colony, cooperating with the bush bub should be the opposite. That, yeah, so it is probably just from the famine event. I mean, heck, we could do like a that. And then do one of these. Well, it's not a 5, but it's pretty close. R.I.P. to the swamp, I guess, but I don't think it would have been fun for us. Yeah, I feel like it just would have left a bad taste in my mouth. I definitely want to explore it at some point, but maybe it'll be on a different run. Maybe we'll just, what's it? Maybe we'll just, you know, join the fight. Side with the Helios, be a soldier and whatever. Okay. Look at all these 8s. So many 8s. Plus 6, so that becomes a 9. So we could potentially do something with this. It's already gotten us to our goal. Ooh. 8? 8? 8? Run where we always pick the actively mean option in every social event. I really want to do something like that. The thing is, there's so many different options for different runs to do, and like I just don't think we're going to get to all of them. So we're really gonna have to be picky about which ones we do. I would definitely want to do one where I'm just a total bully and mean to everyone. That sounds really interesting. I definitely want to do one where I, like, you know, fight, you know, fight nature or whatever the heck they're doing, fight in their war. I would want to do ones where I'm, like, more peaceful and more, like, loyal, and I just, like, you know, stay in the colony and do what I'm told. Let's see, what else would I want to try? I would want to try different, like professions, if you will. I would want to do one where I just become an artist, or become a researcher, or, like, become a politician, or whatever the heck. But there's just too many different options. We're never going to be able to do it. Would you mind me telling you how many endings there are, actually? The game doesn't super hide it. Do you mean in terms of, like, distinct branching routes? Or do you mean in terms of, like, you know, things you can do with your life? Like, going into a specific profession or whatever? Like, I don't know if I'm really explaining the difference between those things, but I feel like in theory you could be a different type of build, but still get the same ending, quote unquote. So I guess I'm not sure what you're referring to as endings. Again, I won't tell you how many endings there are that are, like, transcendence level unique. Okay, so the creature leaves. Okay, cool. On we go. Log. We'll skip past the random stuff. There's our friend. Well, we don't really have anything to talk about right now, I guess. Actually, I'll wait until after we've seen a few more endings. Yeah, we can leave that as a surprise for now. Honestly, I am a little bit worried about how this playthrough is gonna go, just because the game seems so long, and I don't want to know any details at this point, because we'll find out. But I'm definitely worried that even, you know, the subsequent playthroughs are gonna be really hefty, and I'm just not going to want to sit through 10 years of playthrough every single time. I feel like that could get really tiring really fast. I'm gonna be real, I feel a little offended for Dis that Solana is Sim's favorite human. Yeah, that is kind of sad, actually. Poor Dis. Actually, let's get our free healing while we're here, I guess. I don't think we can blame favorites in this polycule. Sim and Dis was there first. Oh, did we miss? No, I think that was a branch that we didn't go to yet. Do we want to go for a third bush bub? I feel like we can just ignore this one. There's too many of you guys. Oh, there's someone there. I see red shoes. Hi, Nomi. I forgot that they were hanging around here. We meet up with Dis and Nomi. They've stumbled upon something strange and are arguing over what to do with it. It's a big blue crystal, knee-high and warm to the touch. It looks like there's something inside it. This is clearly an alien Therian anyway, so perhaps not calling him favorite human is accurate. You know what? You might be onto something there. We gotta crack it open and see what's inside, Nomi exclaims. It could be anything. Honorary alienhood, I love that. Yeah. Are you a psychopath? Dis retorts, clearly offended. What if it's alive? You're gonna screw with the ecological balance because you're bored? It's for science! Nomi pouts, turning to you. Come on, Solana will do it. Right, Solana? Yeah, let's scan it. Use some surveying equipment to detect a heartbeat, proving that, yes, it is alive. You can't tell much else, since the scanner seems to be blocked by the crystal, but it's something. Nomi is absolutely delighted. The three of you happily leave it at that. Okay. Oh my god, how many of them are there? Whose friendship did we get for that? I did not check. I imagine we would have gotten Nomi friendship because they seemed very happy. Oh, this place. Another one! What is this? They're like breeding season? Why are they all out here? You hear Dis shouting from nearby to come quick and look at this. You meet up with Dis on a curiously clean part of the path. There's no twigs, pebbles, bits of grass, or the ubiquitous Dorb's moth scales that litter this area. It almost looks like it's been swept clean. And there, in the middle of a perfect circle 3 meters wide, is what you could only describe as a shrine. What? A hollow, waist-height structure made from twigs and packed spark snow forms the centerpiece, and around it are deliberately spaced piles of colorful fruit, flowers, and glittering stones, like an offering. Well, let's wait, I guess. Okay. We got some 5s going. Oh, that's a gem combo, though. We could do a 4, 5, 6. This card is, like, crazy, though. So maybe we don't want to do that. Neighbors become wild. That's kind of... I don't know if we've ever tried this one. That's something. I feel like this isn't a good card to use on an early round. If we had a 3, we could do that, but... Okay, let's just kind of... So that becomes a 9, which could easily... Right? Yeah. Becomes a 9, and then its thing turns it into an 11. So as long as we don't have everything... as long as we don't put any 9s here, we can have an 11 there. This will keep for that one, I think. Yeah. Or we have a whole bunch of wild cards. We have so many wild cards. We don't have much by way of gem combo. Or we could just have 9/9. Seems like a bit of a waste of these wild cards to be just shoving them in a row like this, but... Well... Sure. Why not? Oh, this could be fun. Hell yeah. Kind of a shame we don't have any more 9s. We have some gem combo, but... it's slightly questionable gem combo. I guess we could do... that. Not bad. Saving the wormhole card for the end is very worth it. You can create some insane straights through the center with it. Yeah. I think in this case we have so many wild cards that we don't really need to move it anywhere. Best score 78. Dang. You hang out for hours, but don't discover anything, except how boring an idea this was. Dis takes a nap. You're almost falling asleep when something shuffles into the clearing. It's a bush bub. It crawls slowly along down the path. It stops to pick up a pot flower. It stops to pick up a stone. When it arrives at the shrine, it carefully places the flower in the pile of flowers and the stone in the pile of stones. Then it picks up the stone and repositions it. Just so. You wonder if this creature is somehow religious, or is it trying to attract a mate with this little show of decor? There's so much you don't know about the animals that live here. Fascinating. I guess we can just look at some of these others. I feel like last time we repeated the pattern, but I don't remember what happened. Touch a random rock. The one you touch glows a deep gold. You feel emotions. Curiosity, playfulness. It's odd, but you have a strong sense that the feelings aren't your own. You think they might be coming from the rock. Then it goes dark, and the pattern from earlier repeats. Rocks want you to follow the pattern. Well, let's do it, I guess. Okay, cool. We made friends with some rocks. Our empathy is getting pretty up there. Repeat pattern is +1 empathy, yeah. Alright, what have you got for us? Yeah, I think we've seen these when they're running around. Whatever. Eh. There's something there. Okay, well. It's fine. I do wonder if we should just stop exploring. And then... So let's see. We want... We want energy for glow. So we probably want to rest the month before. Although if we're just going to be on lookout, we don't need to be fully recharged. The question is, I guess, if we want to do lookout or exploration. Cat, can you stop putting your tail in the camera, please? So. We have 3 months to work with. I feel like we could definitely get some other stuff done. Various stat boosts in those 3 months. We could totally do that. So they're what, like 10 or 15 each? So we have like, we'd need at least 30 stress or so. Because we do have our bonus from our little friend. So we still have stuff to work with. Eh. Your creatures. This might be new? I'm actually not sure. One of your jobs as a surveyor is to document the flora and fauna through photographs. You've spotted some kind of baby photosynth. All shaggy purple fur with leaves growing out of its head. It's grazing up on top of a large mushroom cap. You've got a camera built into your holopalm, but it's not equipped to capture difficult shots like this. You'll need to put in the work. Well, I'm maxed out on both, so let's try to get close. Set neighbors to this value is fun. Wait, what if... Is this gonna set everything to 1? It is. Fuck this card. Let's do that. Well, we've got lots of 3s now. We have 5, 6, 7. And then we can potentially increase those with a... Oh. Yeah, we have a big gem combo going, so let's... Maybe we should save it. Unfortunately, though, that doesn't really leave me with enough to do stuff. It's all gems. I guess I can use this, but then I lose my combo. And then I don't even get the 2 of a kind. Or 3 of a kind in this case, because this gets freaking... that's annoying. I mean, would it be worth to just have a everything is... Yeah, no. I mean, I don't technically need to have... Ah, god damn it. Stop doing that. I guess we do have more pairs. 28 is not bad at all. I feel like at this point I might as well just use the gem combo, though. No. I could put the sixes together, too, but that breaks the straight. And breaks the flush, so whatever. Okay, we got some eights. We got more gems, but nothing to take advantage of them. Ah! Get it? Oh, nice. I got it. You cautiously crawl up beside your subject, raising your hollow palm to get the best close-up possible. Ouch! Just as the camera takes the photo, your subject bites you on the finger. Ah, you hope it's not venomous. On the bright side, you got the shot. Well, it was only 2 stress. It's fine. I feel like there's still a bunch of places we did not look. But maybe we should just call it a day for now. Ah, we missed that. Yeah, let's just head towards the exit and maybe grab stuff while we're here. Don't do that. Should we go down here? Yeah, I think we took that route. Should we go here? It's just a loop, right? Oh, this is back to home base. Did we miss anything? Ah, well, we missed that. I do remember that finger venom. Alright, well, I think we're done. You find tangent in engineering and set down the bag of squelchy, goopy hot-eye eggs. Your eyes go wide. Didn't we do this a while ago? Why is it only showing up now? Oh, because I guess we did the 2 explorers in a row. You found them, she exclaims. That's wonderful. I was beginning to think you'd forgotten all about my request. She reaches for the eggs, but stops. Wait, what is that sound? Are they... They are. You hear a wet cracking sound coming from the bag. I'm about to witness the miracle of life, Vertumnant style. What do you do? Dang, it has not been that long. It really hasn't. Britam Nelly must have interfered with this event activating. Yeah, exactly. I feel like we'll get benefits from trying to analyze the process, so let's do it. Pull out your hollow palm and prepare to take notes. We missed this opportunity. Tang watch and wonder as the gel-like shell of the largest Hawkeye egg splits open like a ripe melon in the sun, spilling out a tiny squirming pink baby in a small puddle of amniotic fluid. You watch the last two eggs intently, but through the clear eggshells, you can't see any movement inside at all, not even a heartbeat. It's okay, Tang says. We only need one. What are you gonna do with it? The tiny Hawkeye is on its feet, well, foot, within minutes, taking cautious little hops on the sleek surface of the lab bench. Magnificent, Tangent says, keeping the palm-sized Hawkeye from falling off the table. I expected them to be helpless at birth, like kittens or birds, not already moving around and ungulate. Incredible. I can't wait to study it. It's yours. Perfect, Tang says. Let me get a specimen container for it. Just, as long as you treat the creature well. She leaves you with the tiny, clumsy thing, which chirps and blinks up at you unevenly with its 4 eyes. Well, whatever Tang and Dr. Instance are going to do with it, it's probably for the greater good of the colony. I sure hope so. Yeah, apparently one Hawkeye, not one egg. Let's see. I wonder if we should just call things here or do one more month? Let's do one more month, I guess. I have concerns. Me too. Is it Cal's birthday? I think it's Cal's birthday. Late dust, yes. He likes the eggs. Oh, we got stuff with him. Sweat it. Like 70%, I think? Or 70 points, whatever. You're looking around for Cal when you overhear him, just around the other side of the geoponics dome. For the last time, leave me alone! Doesn't sound good. You get closer and find Cal facing down Rhett and Vace. They've cornered him, their body language calm and relaxed, while Cal's so angry he's almost shaking. Cal, please listen to us, Rhett says, spreading his hands. We're not here to conscript you. I can't force you to join the army. All I'm saying is that I need good, loyal, strong young men like you out there on the front lines. Rhett smiles. You're a good boy, Cal. I admire your passion for peace and your dedication to fighting for it. That's why I'm here, asking you to help me protect the colony. Protect the colony? Cal spits. That's such a lie. You're not protecting anything. You're just slaughtering defenseless animals in their homes. It's disgusting. Hey, Vace retorts, taking a step forward with his fist raised. Show some respect. Cal squares up, like he's ready to take the hit. For who? He asks, voice sharp. Psychopath like you? Vace roars and looks like he's about to take a swing, but Rhett holds him back with one hand raised. Vace slinks back to Rhett's side, glowering at Cal. I can tell you need a bit more time, Rhett says. I just wanted you to know that my door is always open if... Are you just a stupid idiot? Like, what do you think he's gonna say to that? Get lost, Cal says, cutting Rhett off. Rhett looks surprised. I'm not interested. I never will be. Vace looks like he's about to lip off again, but Rhett speaks before he can. All I ask is that you keep it in the back of your mind, Cal. When you come around, I'll be happy to talk about your options. With that, they leave. Vace gives you a scathing look as they pass. Cal sits down heavily on the sack of fertilizer he must have been carrying before Vace and Rhett cornered him. This isn't even the first time, he mutters, face in his hands. They're really dead set on getting me to join the hunting parties. I told them I don't want to kill anything. And Rhett was like, "It's okay, you can just tell us how to kill them." He looks up, exasperated. Like that's any better. They are being absolute assholes. I wish they would leave you alone. Me too, Cal sighs. They have a real messed up idea of what it means to serve the colony. Like, who do they think grows their food? Ghosts? Cal picks at a loose thread on the sack he's sitting on. "Man, this whole war is lightspeed stupid," he mutters. Plum and his people come crashing in here and they think they run the place because they have bombs and guns. And nobody stops to think, like, maybe we're actually the invasive species here. I mean, I do think to some extent we have a right to live here, but that doesn't mean we can just destroy everything else. Yeah, what can we do about it? "I don't know, man. I'm just a farmer," Cal says. "But even I know there's got to be a better way than this." He runs his hands through his hair. "There has to be a way to live in harmony with nature." "Yeah, we have to find it. I don't know how." "I'm glad you agree," Cal says. "I just feel like we just showed up and plopped ourselves right in the middle of the food web," Cal continues. "And we didn't even think for a second about the chaos that would cause on the ecosystem. We owe it to this planet to try our best to understand." "Yeah, we do." Cal's shoulders slump in a sigh, and he pushes himself to his feet. "Man, I wish I could still talk about this stuff with Anemone," he says, slinging the sack of fertilizer over his broad shoulders again. You can see why Rhett wanted to get him in the Defense Force so badly. "I miss her," Cal admits. "I miss that we used to be so close when we were kids." She shakes his head. "She's got all human supremacists now, and I just can't stomach that, you know?" Yeah, it's really sad. "Cal, listen, you gotta join our rebellion and maybe our polycule." Poor Cal. Cal looks up from the geoponics bed where he's doing something science-y with the water. "Oh, hey, Solana," he says. "Just give me a sec. I'm checking the oxygen levels in the beds. Too much and you get too much aerobic bacteria." He huffs a little laugh. "I sound like Tang, right? There's a lot of science in this geoponics stuff. It sure is the future." What do we have that's like close to 80? I think we're actually close on biology. Oh, we're really close on biology. Oh, shit. We're almost there. Okay. I don't know what our odds are of recruiting the other kids, but it's gotta be easier with Cal on board. Yep. Yeah, I think biology is the only one we have anywhere near 80. My first playthrough was an anemone playthrough, and I did a similar amount of exploring and refusing to harm animals to what you're doing. It was an experience, is all I will tell you. Oh no. That sounds really sad. So I guess we're really at war now. Because I just try to use my kudos to print a new hairband, and they told me that I can't, because I have enough hairbands already, and they have to save the nano printer for things that are important. Morse crosses her arms and stomps her foot. Hello? Have you seen my hair? Accessories are important, okay? This is what gets her to join the rebellion. Go away. Man. Ooh, we got a chat with Nemi. Not Nemi. Nomi. I feel like I've made that mistake before. Finally, Mars Rebellion, yeah. Nomi is in their usual spot in the lounge, surrounded by their steadily growing collection of body pillows and stuffed animals. They're curled up with their arms around a giant plushy creature, and seemed to be scrolling listlessly through the movies available in the Colony Media Archive. You okay? No, Naomi pouts. I've been betrayed. I finished all of Maidstocker Aries and it ended on a cliffhanger. They tip over onto their side, clutching their plushie to their chest in anguish. I didn't know that the stratosphere had left Earth before the series finished airing, Naomi whines. You have every episode except for the two-parter season finale. They bury their face against the plushie. I will never know how it ends, they sniffle. It's not fair that we'll never have any new shows to watch. Sounds rough, buddy, goddammit. I mean, I feel like we should be able to create our own shows. Like, let's make new media. A new fashion would save us, yeah. Maybe we can make up a new ending? Naomi wipes their eyes and looks up at you hopefully. Really? They ask. You'd do that with me? Tell me all about Maidstocker Aries. Naomi launches into a full summary of Maidstocker Aries, including everything down to the blood types and astrological signs of the characters. It's a lot to handle, but the two of you come up with a pretty good fan script for the missing episode. And then Aries and Sagittarius embrace just as the light from the interstellar portal engulfs them, and the camera pans down to a ghostly image of Gemini's face smiling down at them from the spirit realm. Naomi claps their hands excitedly. It's perfect! They exclaim. So much better than just leaving it right before the climactic battle with the agents of the start. I can't talk. They smooth down the fur on their plushie with a thoughtful look. Thanks, Solana, they say. I was feeling so bummed about the cliffhanger because it just reminded me that even though everything ends, sometimes it's a lot earlier than you can handle. When I got here, I remember looking at your huge media library and thinking, wow, galactic! I'm never going to run out of things to watch. It felt like the whole world was still ahead of me, ready to be discovered. Naomi digs their fingers into their plushie. Now it feels like everything's just on fire all the time, and everyone is always on my case about how I need to grow up. What's so bad about being innocent? Why does everything have to be so grim all the time? There will be more good experiences. Naomi nods, their chin wobbling as they try to keep it together. Yeah, they say, tipping their head up to the ceiling and trying to put on a brave smile. That's a good way of looking at it, Solana. Yeah, it's hard for everyone. Okay, I think maybe we just missed Tangent. Okay, she's just doing her thing. Did we give Cal a present? I forget. Let's go back and check. I think we might have done that, and that's what triggered the scene. Okay, yeah, we already did. We're good. We're good. Just needed to check. Just in case. Okay, so we wanted to work on social skills. So this gives us biology and reasoning we don't want. Engineering and reasoning. We could use some engineering. Or actually, our repair robots is what we did before. It gives us engineering and creativity. We are, like, crazy close to that engineering perk, so maybe we should just do that. Creativity and persuasion. Repair robots for engineering, since that's close also, yeah. I forget, what else did we have that gives social skills? I remember there was cooking in the lounge area. Not the lounge, but, you know, do the cooking. You know what I mean. We also actually want to get that 80 biology, I think. Depot work and admin gives a bit of social. Yeah, I think it was persuasion and organizing or something like that. We'll do that next time. I think this time we'll probably do either repair robots or study humanities. What do we have that gives empathy? I guess tutor children. Oh, there's this, biology and empathy. Oh, we're like... that will give us the empathy perk and the cow thing. For biology, we have xenobiology in the lab area, yeah. Okay, let's assist in medbay. Nemi comes in with a training injury, a gouge that runs from her knee to her ankle. She hobbles in with a big smile. This one's gonna be kick-ass. Yeah, you would be happy about that. She crows as you help her get into the medbay. That's sad. I feel like it's another instance of the augments just backfiring. That, like, she just gets more injured because she's more reckless, because she knows it's just gonna grow back as scales. Oh. Oh, Nemi. Alright. The medbeds are miraculous technology. Combined with genetic modifications made to your body, they can cure diseases and make your cells regenerate quickly, repairing even the most mangled limbs. If it's still attached to your body, the medbed can heal it. For Nemi, though, her genetic mutation means that instead of regenerating smooth new skin, she gets rough blue scales instead, much stronger than human skin. Nemi flicks the dials on the control panel and fiddles with the angle of the lamp overhead. Seriously, this thing is more comfortable than my bed. It's worth more than the whole ship, too, Instant snaps. So don't break it. Nemi pulls her hands in with an awkward giggle. You connect the medbed with your hollow palm and see the interface and diagnostics there. It's a confusing mess of readouts and buttons. The user's manual is ridiculously obtuse. You ask Instance for help, but she just scoffs. I don't have the time or the temperament to walk you through it. I learned how to use it myself, and so can you. Just to break it. Well, I think we can do it. It's really very intuitive, if you have half a brain for it. You figure out the machine with zero problems. The sun lamp turns on. The monitor says, "Please lie still for 2 hours." Nemi groans. "It's gonna take forever," she complains. "Stay with me a while?" You end up staying the whole time, keeping Nemi company. Alright. Cards with gems are wild. Ooh. Okay. We've got this thing. We've got this. That's not gonna have the highest value, but this can potentially do a thing. That's kind of fun. I guess that's a thing. Wait, hang on. What am I doing? Okay, no. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, I think. Okay. At least if we're keeping our company, Vace isn't. Yep. Alright, what have we got? Spa. Pay to remove cards in the quarters. Spa. Hang on. Huh. Well, let's do that. This is what we can spend our kudos on. Okay, our wild cards I think we can all keep. I would consider getting rid of the 0 one, but it's a gem too, so... Boring has been gone. Oh my god, I need to get rid of boring so bad. This I think we can get rid of. Zeros in general we can get rid of. I think it looks like we can only do one at a time. I'm not sure about these. We do have... Our straights are so strong, the wild value might actually be useful. Don't overspend here, though. There are other things to spend on still. That's true. These are really good. Boring definitely needs to go. Memory has been forgotten, yes. So I think I would want to get rid of probably all 3 of these. The real bad ones, like 0s and 1s, and that don't do anything and such, yeah. Value is wild. I guess that's maybe okay. Maybe 2s as well. I guess I can keep the wild ones. Blank 2 can probably go. These are also blank 2s, but the duplicate is actually kind of useful because you have a built-in, you know, built-in pair. Good. That can go. This blank 2 can probably go too. This is +1 on... +1 skill. That's pretty good, but my physical skills are kind of good anyway, so... This is from the Nemi incident, though. I don't know. I kind of... It's kind of sentimental. I think we can get rid of this one. I think that's probably good for now. I want to get rid of the 0s, but the value wild is sentimental tragic cotton candy. Yep, it is. I think maybe that's it for now. Okay. That is really nice, though. And that is... Actually, I was going to say that's where we're going to stop, but is it going to save our progress with the spa? I don't actually know. But yeah, this is where we're ending the stream. I think we're gonna do 2 more, what's it? You know, stat increases for these 2 months. Then we rest, late wet, and then glow happens. You can do a manual save, otherwise it won't. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. I mean, if we have to do that again, it's not the biggest deal. But yeah, that's it for today. What even happened today? I feel like there was the whole war escalating and Burdenalia Festival and them trying to enlist poor Cal. Oh boy. Stuff is just getting more and more tense. Did a bunch of friendship events. Yeah, basically. Alright. Cool. Next time we're gonna have another glow season, and it sounds like this time they're planning to go on the offensive? which makes me nervous. Alright. Seems molecule seems a little uneven. Well, thanks for coming, guys. I hope you're having fun. I feel like we're getting towards like the late game, but at the same time I kind of feel like our progress has been like slowing down recently. Like we used to go through years more quickly, and now it's like there's just more stuff happening. The twins continue to feud for reasons that have nothing to do with gender and everything to do with insensity. Yep. Yeah, so on the one hand, I feel like we're nearing the end of the game, but on the other hand, I feel like it's actually going to take us a while to really get there. So, I'm very excited for whatever the heck happens. And also kind of scared, because this just, none of this is going to end well. It's going to be awful. It has been getting a little slower, but future playthroughs should go faster. Yeah, for sure. I know that the future playthroughs will, or at least I very much hope the future playthroughs will take less time. Okay, anyway, let's call it a day here, and I'll see you guys next week. So I think the schedule is looking normal coming up, so there's going to be a Speedpaint on Sunday, and then next week we have our usual Tuesday, Thursday game streams. Alright. See you then. Bye-bye.